Now, am I the only one who thinks it's real interesting that Miss Rona has been very silent? She's been very quiet since a real queen has stepped out on the scene. Give me your wig, give me your wig, give me your wigs. You don't know what to do with it. Give me your wig, Speaking of people being quiet, I'm definitely not going to be quiet about the fact that my birthday is April 19th, which also means that the digital EP, my next EP, is dropping on my birthday. I wanted to give y'all some quarantine bops. If you want to preview one of the songs called Scrolling before the release, you can go to patreon.com/AdrianExpression and check it out. Also, if you want to hear my podcast, early content, y'all already know the drill. Make sure that you head over to patreon.com/AdrianExpression. The sound for my digital EP is kind of different, but I'm sure that you guys will enjoy it. And since we're on the topic of music, it seems like everybody and their mama and their grandmama chose Friday to drop a bunch of music. A lot of the news that we have to cover today is definitely music industry based, and if you know anything about me, you know that I love to run my mouth about that, so let's just hop right into it. This one's really quick. Apparently Melody, you know, she used to be in the Pussycat Dolls. She was on her live. She was on some type of live platform singing a remix to Buttons. Now, the song went, I want you to loosen up Corona, babe. I mean, she rewrote so much of that song. So if you want to hear a Rona melody from Melody, you can go ahead and look that video up. Sis said, I may not have been called back to do this Pussycat Dolls comeback, but I am somebody's vocalist. Now, she may not be my vocalist, but I know for a fact that she's somebody's, okay? Moving right along to somebody else who's in the music industry, Megan Thee Stallion. She was online trying to get Savage to #1. She was just like, we're almost there, hotties. We gotta run it up. And everyone was like, girl, just drop a music video. Sis was like, I cannot do that right now. Miss Rona's running around in the streets. How am I gonna get a team together? So she said she would be releasing an anime version of Savage until she can shoot the actual video. Now, I want to see Megan twirling around as Todoroki Tina or something. I don't know what they have planned for, you know, the creative part of that, the designing of that. I don't know what they have planned, but I do want to see Todoroki Tina. Maybe give her some ashy Negro detection powers, something like a trash man radar, and hopefully she can hand that out to me so I can utilize it as well. But I need to see some type of intriguing powers whenever this video is going to be released. Now, since we're still on the topic of Megan, the baby is one of the many people who released a project on Friday, and of course I scrolled all the way down to Nasty because Ashanti and Megan Thee Stallion was on it. Megan went off on her verse, and that's all I'm saying. Megan absolutely destroyed that shit. It was disgusting, and just the way I like Megan on her verses, full of wordplay, disgusting, and amazing flow. We love to see it. Some of the girls were shading the baby that was like, sus, this same bass drum in the back. They was like, all right, I don't know how to feel about this. Every song sounds the same. It's giving me copy and paste type of tease. That's what the girls were saying. I'm just reporting what is being said. So y'all can definitely take a listen to it and let me know what you think. But all right, let's talk about the queen. So I'm just chilling, scrolling on social media, and as usual, Beyonce comes out of nowhere to just bash my head in. I don't know what's wrong with her. Like, she knows that we can't go to salons or barbers or anything like that, and here she comes right when we don't have any access to no type of hair services. She wants to just continue to tug on my scalp and like rip my hair all over. It's so disrespectful how she just comes out of nowhere, speaking to us through a goddamn TV network. She's so annoying. Anyway, sis came on here, first of all, looking beautiful as hell with this big hair. And like I said on Twitter, I absolutely love when Beyonce has this just giant hair, just filling up the whole screen. I loved it. Anyway, she came on here singing When You Wish Upon a Goddamn Star, and just the little runs that she was doing, just the control and the power that's in her voice. I can tell that she's well rested. I can tell that voice is just daring any of you girls to try it. Because she was just playing around a little bit. She was just holding back. It was this Disney Family Singalong. She said, I'm dedicating this song to all the healthcare workers. Everybody, we're gonna make it through. And I was like, oh, wow. I'll make as many excuses that I need to. Other celebrities singing in my face, I'm like, please shut that up. But Beyonce singing in my face, Oh yeah, I'm gonna make excuses. I promise you, I'm gonna act like I didn't say nothing about celebrities thing. I'm just like, huh, what? It's Beyonce, nigga, what you talking about? Now, of course, the stan in me is jumping out because I'm just like, her voice sounds amazing. Like, especially hardcore fans, you hear that shit, you're like, ah, yes. There's flavor to that. Is this in the studio? What's going on? And I joked on social media, I was like, you know, the reason why Beyonce had that phone right up in her face was because she didn't want us to see the fact that Blue was standing right there, like doing like this, just conducting, when you wish upon. Blue was making sure, okay, that sis was hitting them notes, she was doing her breathing exercises properly, she was making sure to enunciate and project her voice. Blue is not playing around with Beyonce, okay? Either Beyonce catch up or the new Supreme, Blue Ivy, is going to leave her ass in the dust. I also heard a piano in the background. So happy to see that Rumi and Sir are doing so well on the keys. It's great to hear that the twins are already surpassing Beyonce when it comes to piano playing skills. Sis might be pressed because Rumi and Sir can all play Die With You much better than she can. No, but all jokes aside, it was a pleasant surprise, and she definitely helped to alleviate some of my quarantine anxiety for the moments that she was on the screen. I want your faves to catch up. I really do when it comes to vocals. Speaking of vocals and this sing-along, Ariana Grande absolutely murdered. She did such an amazing job singing Won't Say I'm in Love. The harmonies, the vocal layering, she looked good as hell in the video. It was just so delicious. Singing through all the parts herself, she really ate that. She did. And I think if you go look up the video on YouTube, it has tons of views already. I think it was trending as well. She really did that. I think also in the sing-along was Christina Aguilera. The girls from High School Musical sang We're All in This Together. So it was something real cute, something for the girls to get, something for the girls to party to get ready and party to in quarantine. Yeah, I really want to thank Beyonce for blessing us, for anointing us with her holy voice, those angelic tones, okay, while we're all stuck in the house. So remember in my previous videos, I was like, okay, Kelly Rowland said she's coming with this song called Coffee. And it came out on Friday like everybody else. She also had a visual released with it, and I thought it was extremely cute. Sis said, that's cool having coffee in the morning, but understand that I'm trying to get some peen. She said, morning wood does that body good. She said, I get it. You're gonna be late for work. It's cool, but you need to put in some work. She said, you need to put in some work. I said, Kelly! Not to mention that the visual was so full. It was so filled up. It was so filled up with melanin. I love the colors in the video as a whole. I love the fact that Kelly looks goddamn good and her body looks amazing. I love the hair. It was a cute little push. Now this makes me curious to see what the rest of the project or future project is gonna be sounding like. This song gives very relaxed, sexy type of vibes. I think that over the course of her career, Kelly has been experimenting with a lot of sounds, and I think she does really well with a lot of them. It just can be hard sometimes to figure out, I'm sure, what the general public wants in general and then what they want from you. But I thought it was really good. Rona sexy vibes. Hit the blunt and turn this on, you're gonna feel like you floating around. Now you know I've been keeping tabs on Chloe and Halle. They released their single Catch Up with Sway Lee. It's definitely a bop. If Miss Rona was not in the streets causing havoc and uprooting our lives, I definitely would be in somebody's club shaking my back to it. Now for me, the best part of that song is definitely the bridge. I love the vocal / musical aspect that the girls added to the song in general, but yeah, my favorite part of the song is definitely the bridge. I love the production overall, and I expect to see a lot of people, hopefully, twerking to this song on a couple of live streams. This definitely feels like a more fun, laid back kind of track, so I can't wait to see what else is on their upcoming project, Ungodly Hour. We're gonna move on from the music industry and go into some current event updates. So Laura Ingram's scarecrow-shaped head ass first had on her show Dr. Fauci. Now Dr. Fauci is saying things like, girl, this virus is not just gonna simply disappear. We need to make sure that we're still exercising social distancing, and she didn't like hearing those types of things. So she brought on another doctor, except he's someone who actually isn't one, Dr. Phil. Dr. Phil is up here saying people die from cigarettes and swimming pools and all this. We should not be shutting down our economy. Dr. Oz was someone else who said, let me make sure I get this right. He said the opening of schools may only cost us 2 to 3% in terms of total mortality. Now, if you want to do the math on what's 2 to 3% of 300 and some odd million people, go ahead. Also in Michigan, people were trying to drag the hell out of Gretchen Whitmer with their Operation Gridlock. Now, this was organized by the Michigan Conservative Coalition, and I mean, people were in the streets clogging up the roadways saying that, you know, we want to go back to work, screw this social distancing stuff. Like I said, they're trying to protest the governor. They were clogging up places like the hospital. It's just crazy that, number one, these people are coming together, avoiding social distancing rules to protest against those rules, which are really, they're gonna save their lives. Number two, they're making the jobs of health officials even more difficult. Number three, they're trying to frame the shutdown of the economy and the social distancing rules and shutting down businesses as some type of attack from the left. And even Trump tried to drag this Democratic governor for saying what she had to say. Like, this is just crazy that people are trying to make this a political thing when it's just like, girl, your lives are at risk. And it's crazy because the people who are protesting these social distancing rules and protesting the closing of the whole country, if they take their asses back to work, they'll be among the most vulnerable, the most at risk to this. And they're just following blindly these rich ultra conservatives who want the country to be reopened so they can continue to make more money off their backs. It's like the people who are saying this can afford to stay their asses in their house while everybody else goes out to work and you get sick and they still make money off your ass. It's crazy, but it really does line up with what they've always been doing. Yeah, you really hate to see it. I'm hoping that all of this ends really soon. But the way that people are still gathering around, still trying to put themselves in harm's way, they're gonna spread this shit all over the place. It seems like we're in for a long ass ride. On that note, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you check out my Patreon at patreon.com/AdrianExpression. Look out for my new EP this weekend. I love you all so much, and make sure that you have a good goddamn evening.